Hello and welcome back to my lesson, and this is the last lesson of the trading with the supply and demand. And the lesson today I will tell you how to define the obsolete supply and demand. So let's get started. First of all, you will learn how to define the obsolete supply and demand, and I will give you some example to you to understand fully about this one. And the last one, I will give you some exercise about the whole lessons to fully understand supply and demand and apply it to your trading. And the first one, how to define the obsolete supply and demand. The first time, you no need to care about the supply and demand is a very long time in the market. The longer time in the market, the value of the supply and demand will be reduced. And you can see very obviously about this one in the example below. This is AUD on the 1 hour time frame, and you can see that we have the supply appear very long time on the left side of the market, and when the market come into this supply have no any reaction because it's appeared very long time. And you also can see that here also some of the demand on the market, and the market just reaction in the very short period. And how to define the longer time supply and demand in the periods, I will use the trading views. Trading view have the one function is very useful to define it. So let's see. And here is the trading view. When you open the trading view, you have a one function is reset the chart. You can right click and select the recent chart and scroll a little bit. When you can see the candle is quite small and stop the first time to define the supply and demand, that is enough. And you can see that, for example, at this time I can define here is a supply zone, and here is a demand zone for last K, and here also have a supply zone. That is enough for trading. And when you have a more knowledge, compile the supply and demand zone in higher time frame, that will show you the whole picture about trading. How to trading with a multiple time frame I will teach you in next lesson. But in this lesson, you only need to just care about the supply and demand zone, very near about the current price. That's all. And the next one about the obsolete supply and demand. That was broken supply and demand, because when supply and demand was broken, it means that one side pressure was a winner and one side is loser. It means that it's weaker than previous side. Therefore, you no need to care about this one. Only care about the winner supply and demands. For example, for this case, you can see that we have the supply zone at this time. Price already break and have a pullback a little bit and go up again. At this time, you no need to care about this one anymore because that was break. Just care about the reason supply and demand very near to the current price and still not break. It means that supply and demand still support or resistance for our price. And the last one about the obsolete supply and demand is normal or the weak. Supply and demand have no any confirmation signal to entry into the market. And you will learn about how to trading with the supply and demand. And for the normal case, we need to wait the confirmation signals like the engulfing, like the Marabou's signals, like the double bottom and something like this to confirm that the market still support for the trend like the supply or demand way. If the market have no any signals to support for the trade, don't trade about this one. Just skip it and wait the market breakout or pull back again. And that's all about the three obsolete supply and demands, and you need to practice it. You need to check your chart every time in backtest to fully understand about this one. And the last one, here is an example about whole lessons. The first one, you need to find 5 supply and demand for 8 types. You have totally 5 types of supply and demands, and you need to find it and set the entry, stop loss, take profits with the reward per risk ratio is higher 3 times. And the last one, if you have any problem for the supply and demand, you can contact me with any information on the right screen. And thank you very much. See you in the next lesson.